this week I bought myself quite a few fresh flowers, including some daffodils, trying to get spring to come as quickly as possible. And also this morning, one of the flowers from my orchid dropped off. So I decided, let's pick a few of the flowers. Some of the daffodils are on their last legs, and let's put them into my flower press, and then I can use them in a few weeks in my journal. I wondered if this would happen if I'd open it up and discover that I had some old flowers in here. So let's see, so that's going to be a really big pressed flower when it's done. But it should be super pretty. Let's see what else we've got here. So we've got the little daffodil. Now we just put this away for I think 2 weeks, and then we'll check on them and see whether they're all dried and ready to use. Before I crack on with setting up my journal for March, I'm just going to put together an order that I got in over the weekend. I actually got this order through my website rather than my Etsy page, which is very rare. Most of my orders come through my Etsy shop, but if you haven't checked it out, do have a look at my website. It is www.goodlookingjournal.co.uk, and I really like having it because I think it gives you more of a sense of me and my brand, and there's a blog section on there. I haven't updated that in quite a while, but it just gives you a bit more of an insight into the kind of thing I'm going for with this business than Etsy does. So yes, do have a look, and I'm going to make that order now. Hi folks, I thought I would just pop on and let you know what I'm up to at the moment, because it's actually quite busy at Good Looking Journal, which is unusual in these current times. Yeah, I always find January, February, March quite quiet. Things tend to pick up again towards the summer, and then obviously around November, December, things are very busy. But at the moment, I've actually got quite a lot of things to be working on. So firstly, last year we did a raffle for a play, raising money for a play that I was performing in and helping to produce. And I donated one of my paintings as a prize. And so it's been a little while, but the person who won the prize has reached out to me and we've come up with a design together. So I need to paint that today and send that to him, get that all framed and packaged and everything. So that's my main job for today. As well as that, I've been contacted by a customer to make 2 new pieces of nursery art. So that's wonderful. I love making nursery art. It's just so wholesome and lovely to paint. And knowing that it's a truly personal gift that somebody's going to pass on to a little tiny little baby is just really, really sweet. And I've got nursery art up in my house that I've had since I was a baby as well. So I know how treasured those gifts are going to be. So I love doing that kind of work. So I've got those two on the go as well. Meanwhile, I've also got my sticker sheet, which is coming along really nicely. I'll see if I can show you some of the designs actually while we're here. So I was painting these last night, so there's still a few that need to be finished. So that's the first page. You can see. Oh, I do. There we go. So yes, so I've got those to finish. I've got to finish painting them. Then I want to use my colouring pencils to add some finer details. Then of course we pop them on the computer and we get out the drawing tablet and we play around with them, and we create them into a sticker sheet. So I've got that to do. I've also got another commission, which is actually a personalised sticker sheet. This is not something I've done before, but I'm really excited to give it a go. I think it's going to be a really, really cute gift. So I've got that to work on. And there's also the possibility of another theatre publicity design to be working on as well. But I'm just waiting to hear back from the client about that. So much to do. So little time, as always. I also wanted to show you something that I've treated myself to this week. It was not an expensive gift by any means, but hopefully it's going to prove really useful, which is this big paint palette. I've been using a plate for my painting the past week, and it just gets really full of colour really quickly, and then I have to go and wash it, or I don't bother, and then everything I paint ends up having sort of this same undertones of like a murky kind of brown colour because I can't be bothered to go and wash the plate. So yeah, so this is to try and counteract that and indulge my laziness all the more. But this was just from Amazon. It wasn't expensive. I can link it below if you would like one for yourself. So that's what I'm up to at the moment. I've also got a couple of jobs to apply for this morning and then a shift at Art Club this afternoon. So it's all systems go, but I'm very, very grateful to be busy. So I finished the painting and now I need to scan it onto the computer and play around with some fonts for the text that's going to go in the middle. My plan is to print the text directly onto this piece so that the client can have the original painting. So I've got the original painting here and I've liaised back and forth with the client about what font we want, and we've chosen this one here. So I've just done a test print to check that it's all aligned properly, and when I come to print it on the real thing that the text will sit exactly where I want it to. So this is the scary bit. I mean, I've obviously got a digital backup file of this painting now, but I really want to be able to send the client the original painting. So this is the really scary bit where I put this piece through the printer and pray to the heavens that the text prints correctly, there's no smudging, all of that stuff. It's a bit touch and go because the watercolour paper is quite thick and therefore my printer does not like it. So we're gonna give this a go and keep everything crossed. No! Oh my goodness, I look tired. It is 10 to 9 on a Sunday evening and I really just shouldn't work at this time because that's when mistakes happen. Anyhow, thankfully the client has been super chilled and is happy to have a printed version of the painting. I'm just so disappointed in myself because it's such a rookie mistake, and I really should have checked that. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyhow, I'm going to show you the finished piece. It's now in its frame and it does actually look really nice, so I can't be too upset. And at least this is, you know, a prize that somebody's won. It's not something that someone's actually paid money for. So I guess I don't feel too guilty in that sense. If somebody had paid for this, then I would have had to have repainted the entire thing. But anyhow, thankfully, as I say, the client, I guess he's I keep calling him client, but he's the prize winner, I suppose is more accurate, has been really kind about it. So yeah, this is the painting. As you can see, this paper is just amazing that I use. It's from Marit. I will have mentioned it before. And the detail that comes up is just fantastic. So thank goodness I had done a scan and got a digital copy of this. But yes, it's all framed and I'm going to stop working now, but tomorrow's the day off, but on Tuesday I will get it wrapped and posted off to the winner. Also, at the start of this vlog, I unpackaged this paint palette and it has been absolutely brilliant. I did that whole painting just with this palette and I didn't have to clean it at all. So I definitely recommend it. As I said, I will link it in the video description. My office has just become such a mess. Even my little fairy in the corner looks disappointed in it. Yeah, it's just chaos in here. So I think when I have my next full working day from home, I'm going to spend a good hour re-tidying my office. It's hard to keep it tidy because there is a lot of stuff in a small space, but I also think I can probably get rid of quite a lot of things now, like these cardboard boxes I've just been saving for a rainy day, but I really don't need three actually empty cardboard boxes just sitting up there. So I'm going to sort that out. I've just got loads of books I can probably sell that I don't need anymore. So yeah, it's time to have a declutter, and don't even get me started on this huge pile of secondhand clothes. Not secondhand clothes that I'm trying to sell or take to charity shop. I might just take them to the shop and get rid of them. Hey team, I'm back from a business meeting that I had over breakfast with my friend Tori. We run a theatre company together, and as you will have seen on my way home, Paperchase was having a closing down sale. What's a girl to do, huh? So I'll just show you what I got, because it's all related to my journaling stuff. Well, one item isn't. I bought some metal straws. They have nothing to do with journaling, but they're good for our planet. Other things I got, very exciting. I got this notebook. It's just plain lined paper. You can never have too many notebooks. That is a fact. That is one of the undeniable truths of this life that we all live. You can never have too many notebooks. And I thought this one was really, really cute. It was £4, 50% off. And I also thought it kind of struck a good balance between cute but kind of professional looking. So if I ever land one of these jobs that I'm applying for, maybe this will come in handy. So I'm gonna save it for now. The third thing that I bought is washi tapes. They're Peter Rabbit themed and they are adorable. Shall we open them up and have a closer look? Okay, so we've got a real mixture. We've got a couple of just plain colours, yellow and kind of orangey red. I love this set because it's really springtime themed, so it's going to be really, really handy in the coming months. We've got a cute stripy yellow and blue one. We've got a little gingham teal coloured one. This is actually super similar to one that I already have, but hey, you can never have enough gingham. You can never have enough notebooks, and you can never have enough gingham. This one is so sweet. So we've got little pictures, let's open it up so you can actually see, of Peter with some flowers. Oh, how cute is that? I love that. Then we've got a lovely floral, a yellow gingham, which I did not have already, so I'm happy to have that one. And then this is my favourite one. I'm going to open it up to show you. So it's slightly wider than a standard washi, and it's got this gorgeous floral pattern, again with Peter Rabbit inside. So I'm so happy with these, and they were really cheap. So it was £5 for all of those washi tapes. Absolute bargain. And then the last thing I bought is this, a weekly desk planner. And I'm actually going to use this afternoon because I have a really long to-do list and I need to make sure I've got enough allocated time to get everything done. I've never really had a desk planner. I normally do everything in my journal, but for example, this week I've just been so busy that I haven't had a chance to do a weekly spread. So I haven't actually had anywhere to write down, you know, my weekly to-do list or my schedule. So this is going to be really handy. It's got sections for each day of the week, a notes section and a to-do list section. So I'm going to start off my afternoon by planning out my week, and then I've got a couple of orders to pack and some design work to do. So let's see if I can fit everything that I need to get done into my weekly planner and have a productive afternoon. I've tidied my desk, as you can see. It looks much neater. I just thought, I don't see these dried flowers that much, so I popped them in the corner. But what I find annoying about this desk and this room in general is that I have to put my, just turning the music down, I have to put my desk here because I like to make use of the natural light. But I don't know if you'll be able to see. No, you can't really. But there's pipes that mean I can't push it right up against the wall, so stuff always falls down this gap, which is why I use this chopping board to extend the desk back. So I am thinking, while I'm out and about, I'm going to look for a bigger chopping board so I can put it, you know, out further to like here, and then I've got all of this extra space, which I know doesn't look like much, but when you've got lots of like little boxes and things, you really want to be able to push them up against the edge of the desk. And this isn't a very wide desk anyway, so the more you put on it and the further out it comes, the more you're reducing your workspace. But anyhow, I feel like this is a slightly better setup, or it's nice to just have a little bit of a change anyway. I've also changed how I'm storing my washi tapes because I have so many, and they used to be in these little boxes, but to be honest, I didn't really see the point in keeping so many washi tapes in 4 separate boxes. So I've put them all in a basket, and now you can see quite how many I actually have. So I've finished doing that. I've still got to sort out all of this section, but there's not very much in there to actually sort. The other thing I tidied was this trolley, which I used to keep all of my paints, colouring pencils, flower press, basically art supplies. And then the top one is for tape and packaging materials, which I keep in here. So there's still a lot left to do, but I'm going to crack on with some work now. The main thing left to tidy is still this section, which is an absolute disaster. team. It is Friday, early afternoon, and I've got a few hours to crack on with some design work before I head out this evening. I tell you what, this little bad boy has been a game changer and has made me so productive this week. I've managed to stay on schedule and get so much more done than I thought that I would, or that I usually would. So let's stick with it today. Today I've got to outline 2 commissions that I'm going to paint next week. But if I do the outline today and come up with the concept and the design, then I can send them on to the client and check that she's happy with them. And it's just kind of the bulk of the work all done in one go. So that's my plan for today. So a little update as well on the Chinese farmer painting, which I made for the raffle prize winner. The client was super happy with it and has shared the photo on social media, and also shared it with somebody who first introduced him to the story of the Chinese farmer. It's basically a story about not knowing what the consequences of any particular thing are going to be. So not dwelling on the negative, because sometimes from bad things come good things. It's a really inspirational and uplifting story. Anyway, the guy that he shared it with has quite a large following on social media, around 20 to 25k followers, and he then reshared my painting on his Instagram, and from there I've had maybe 10 people contact me and ask me for a copy of the painting, whether it's available to purchase. So I've added it to my Etsy store. I did that late last night. I've already sold 2 of them, which is fantastic, and the guy who shared it on his social media has offered to do a post about it if I send him a copy. So I'm definitely going to do that as well. I'm hoping that I'll get a few more orders in for it, because I've got quite a lot of people have added it to their basket on my Etsy shop. So that's really lovely. I wasn't expecting to make any money from that design. It's really nice that people like it and clearly is sellable, which is awesome. So that was a lovely surprise. And also it's meant that I've had a fair few new Instagram followers too. So that's always really lovely. This is going to look very strange, but this is my plan for a nursery art commission that I've been asked to do. The brief was a piece for a new baby girl called Teddy. I've been told that the mother loves Harry Potter and books, so that's why I've included Hogwarts Castle at the top. That they live in Cornwall, so we've got a setting of a Cornish beach. That the dad has a boat, that's why there's a little sailing boat on the water. And then she wanted something bear related, but not necessarily specifically teddy bear related. So I found a middle ground by doing real bears having a picnic on the beach. So it's a play on the teddy bear's picnic. So now what I'm going to do, I've pieced this together using lots of different images that I found. Now what I'm going to do is turn this into a line drawing, and then I can send it to the client as a concept. The second piece is for a boy called Billy, and we want a countryside theme. We're including a rugby pitch. They've also asked for references to 90s music, which I'm really not sure how to include. I've suggested to the client maybe we could include a bird singing on a branch somewhere, perhaps singing the lyrics to one of her favourite songs. I'm not too sure, it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but perhaps that's something that she would like. So I've left that up to her to suggest some ideas. Hey gang, it is Sunday afternoon and I'm going to work the rest of the day now. Lots of things to do today. Going to do a new sticker design for a commission. I've got to finish making some orders. That'll only take about 10 minutes because I've done most of that already. And big job for today is I want to have a huge declutter and tidy of my office. I don't think I'm using the space to its full potential, as I said, I think earlier in this vlog. Yeah, there's just a lot of clutter, there is little organisation, and I think, to be honest, there's a lot of things that I can get rid of in favour of making a lot of space for some other things. I've got a lot of stuff to do with my theatre company that I need to find room for, and it really should be able to all fit in here. But yeah, at the moment I'm struggling to make this space work, so I'm going to have a huge sort out of it this afternoon. I started it earlier in this vlog earlier this week. I sorted my desk and the trolley, so I'm going to tackle the rest of it, which is a big job, but I think will feel really satisfying when it's done. And I'm hoping that this evening I'll be able to light a candle, make a cup of tea, and do some journaling for next week, because I still haven't done any journaling for March. I've only done my monthly overview. But I do just want to show you something that I just bought. I went up into town to go and try and find some, you know, those like paper tray storage things to store all my different kinds of paper. Sadly, nowhere had them. I was really surprised, so I've ordered some on Amazon. But while I was there, I did find this. This is just a huge chopping board that I bought in Poundland for £5. And you'll remember earlier in my video, I was talking about this annoying gap between my desk and the wall and how I was going to keep an eye out for a larger chopping board to bridge the gap. Well, this is absolutely perfect. So I'm going to pop this in location. It's going to go there, here, and all of this will go on it, and then it's just going to buy me this more space. So I'm super chuffed that I found this, so at least it wasn't a wasted trip. So yeah, let's finish sorting out these orders, get them all packaged up, and then I'll start tidying. That has worked an absolute treat. It's bought me so much more space. It means all my stuff can fit onto the wooden board, and then I've got all this desk space to actually use. This side's a bit of a mess at the minute, but all this space for my laptop and everything. And it means I can move the smaller chopping board to up here. And so when I'm taking photos of my journal or of my products, I can just take that down from here. I don't have to move all of this stuff, which is what I was doing before. So it's much, much better. I'm really, really happy with that. I am a hot, sweaty, tired mess after rearranging my office. It doesn't, to be honest, look much better, but I fitted a lot more in and have a bit of spare space. So that's really positive. We had huge things like a smoke machine and a soundboard and lights for a theatre space that I wanted to try and fix. At the minute they've just been living in my car, which is not the safest place for them, and I quite like to use the boot of my car for other things. So I've managed to fit them in here mostly. There's one thing in another room. So yeah, it doesn't really look any tidier, but at least I've got rid of a lot of clutter and kind of, yeah, made enough space for those things in here, so that's great. And then tomorrow my storage shelves are going to come, so my papers and my packaging and stuff will be super, super neat. To be honest, the main thing that's really making me not enjoy this room right now is my huge pile of clothes that I'm intending to sell / donate. I think I'm going to really try and sort them out this week, because it's just really taking up so much space in this room and I'm finding it really frustrating. So yes, that is the plan. But for now, I've tidied, I can tick that off my to-do list, and I am going to outline some new sticker designs next. I'm super happy. It is 6:05 p.m. and I've got through everything that I really needed to do this week. So I'm going to light a candle, get a hot drink, and do some journaling for an hour or so, and then I will be able to edit my vlog together, ready to schedule to post tomorrow. So that's fantastic. I have done so much this week. It's been really, really productive. And yeah, I've just filled out my plan for next week, and it's just really taken the pressure off, because I've got one more week in the office and then I'm going on holiday for a week. So it's just really, really lovely that I know I'm going to get everything done now, because it was a bit high pressured for a while. So yes, I'm going to leave this vlog here. I'll finish it with some footage of what I'm working on in my journal. But thank you so much as ever for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.